Walmart Plus. It's Walmart plus free delivery, which saves members time plus money. Yep. Plus an included Paramount Plus subscription to stream movies, shows, sports, and that can't-miss documentary. Plus Burger King savings. That's right. Members get 25% off Burger King digital orders every day of the week. Walmart Plus. It's Walmart Plus. Become a member at walmartplus.com. $35 order minimum. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. Valid at participating U.S. VKs in the BK app or BK.com for members only. 25% off one time per calendar day. Terms apply. See Walmart Plus terms and conditions.
People have to realize everybody's human on this show, regardless of what anybody feels. It's got to die down. Look what's happened in Jersey. Let's all take it down a notch.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of On Display with your girl, Melissa Gorga. Before we get into today's episode, which you're going to love my guest. I'm so excited about her today. I just wanted to remind you guys all that On Display now has an Instagram page, so make sure you go and follow it, On Display with Melissa Gorga. Also, I know this is last minute, but tomorrow night I'm going to be in DC with Karen from Potomac, Lisa Barlow from Salt Lake City, and Dorinda from New York. So if you want to grab any last minute tickets, go to housewivesnightout.com and come see us in DC tomorrow. I absolutely love DC. And you know, with the four of us girls, we're going to have so much fun. So if you're in the DC area, come check us out tomorrow night. Also this weekend, another last minute thing, Joe Gorga and Frank Catania are going to be at Levity Live. So you can check that out. That there's a link in his bio on Joe's Instagram. They're doing 2 shows, Friday and Saturday night. So go check Joe out if you're staying in the New York area. But anyway, let's just get right into this episode. I'm super excited, guys. She's one of the realest of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. She's the co-founder of the delicious mocktail brand Soiree. And she's a very close friend who's helped me navigate some of the drama that you guys see all the time on screen. So today I have my girl with me, Mrs. Margaret Josephs.
That's right. Your soiree queen right here. I'm so happy to be here. I haven't been with you since my stepson's wedding.
I know it feels like forever, and I feel like you haven't.
2 weeks. We haven't been together in 2 weeks.
I know. I've been moving and shaking, and so have you. I feel like I work now more than I ever have in my life. I don't know why. I don't know what's happening.
You're on world tour. You're going to colleges. You're with Antonia this weekend. You're all over the place, and me too. I feel like I've been so busy with soiree and everything else. We're nuts. We're nutty workers.
I know. We just is it like an Aries thing? Like we're both worker bees. Like I can't stop. You know what it is? I just can't say no if people present it and it's the right thing and the right. I'm like, you have to appreciate work.
We're hustlers. But we're going to be together for Pink Aid. You and I'll be together October 9th.
Yes, Pink Aid, and that's out in Huntington, guys. Very excited about that. So if you need a dress for that, make sure you head over to envybymg.com. Oh shit, this is plug day, isn't it, Melissa?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but there'll be so many people. That's an awesome event to fight cancer. So
yes, breast cancer. It's a big deal. So we're doing that together October 9th, which is very important. So I'm happy about that.
That's at the Paramount, right? That's at the Paramount?
Yes, that's at the Paramount.
Yes. Okay. Out in Huntington. Very excited about that too. At least we'll spend the day there together. Geez.
Yes, I know, which I can't believe I have to wait to see you for another week. But you know what? Listen, you're on tour. I've been busy this weekend. We had our Toro's birthday. You were away. Otherwise, I would have seen you there for Julius. He threw like a big party, and I saw Tamra.
I know. So I was just going to get right into it with you. I saw your weekend with Julius. First of all, I love a Toro and I love Julius both. They do amazing hair. Julius, a Toro, I can't believe he turned 40. It's like, finally, Jesus Christ.
I know. He's still like a child. He's like, he's like the Mexican Jesus. He has that gorgeous flowing hair.
He can dance too. He can dance too.
He sings. He's so young still. I can't believe it. Julius, it was like a bar mitzvah.
So if you guys don't know, Julius is the guy who does a lot of the housewives' hair. He started doing my hair 15 years ago. He does Tamra's hair. He does Margaret's hair. He does so many of the girls' hair. So they were invited to his husband's 40th birthday.
Yeah, and you were away though. So you weren't.
Yes, I was away. But I need to know, okay, so first of all, how's our girl Tamra, Margaret? Like, I keep like, it's so much. There's a lot going on with her in the press. I feel bad.
She is very strong, and I think people don't realize she is human. We're human, and the attacks are, I think, a little too much. I understand this is a TV show, and I think people don't realize that, everyone could have their opinion, but this, when it gets down to like suing and attacking and the aggression, it upsets me. It hurts my heart, and everyone's like, Marge, why are you talking to Tamra? I'm not turning my back on my girlfriend. I'm not like that. I'm not going to be like, people are like, don't associate with her, this, that. This is a TV show for entertainment. People have fights. People disagree. You know what I'm saying? We're not all going to agree with each other. And I am not going to all of a sudden be like, oh, I'm not talking to Tamra again. I don't like what happened on the show. That's not the way the world works. And I think it's bad. And it's upsetting me. It's upsetting me what's going on social media with the attacks against her. People don't have to agree with her. People could be upset with her, but to call to end her and everyone, she should be sued and she should lose income and she should be canceled. I don't go for that at all.
No, I agree. I don't think it's right. And, we're not just sitting here completely defending, but we all need to remember that she did kind of she did bring the drama this season to the show, which everybody was asking. They wanted her to come back. All of the fans were asking for Tamra to come back. Yeah, listen, they know that's her. She stirs the pot. That's what she's good at. That's what she's good at, calling people out. And she's a housewife. She's the epitome of Margaret. She's a lot like you when she has to.
I know.
Right? I mean, you take a lot of heat also on the show for things that you'll call out and that you'll do. I mean, I don't know. What advice did you give her? Is she in good spirits? Like, what was she saying?
Listen, she's a very strong woman. She knows how to navigate everything. But it has to take, it has to take a toll. She didn't say this. We were great. She was in a great mood. Her and Eddie are an amazing, strong couple. She's a beautiful marriage. We didn't talk a lot about it. But I just, I know what it's like. I never, do you know what it is? Her and Shannon have a long time friendship. And I think, people see that on the show. They don't like the way she treated Shannon. And they could feel that way. You know what I'm saying? She's very, she was very tough love, with Shannon. And maybe it didn't come across the way everybody wanted it to. Maybe she could have been gentler, whatever it is. But that's a long-standing relationship. Right. And I think everybody just has gone for the jugular with her. And that's why I feel badly, because they do have their own relationship. And everybody's weighing in. And now this other thing has come out, this guy wants to sue her. We've had so much on our show. It has not gone into lawsuits.
Well,
and our
almost,
show has almost.
Everybody was really getting antsy, right? Like it didn't, thank God it did not, but everybody was wanting to.
It got very ugly and people wanted to, but it didn't go that far. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, it didn't. When you start suing each other, first of all, guys, like, learn from the Jersey girls. Bravo gets pissed. They do not like this. They like the drama to stay on camera, not behind the scenes, right? Like, I don't think that
I don't like that. It's not, and I'm not saying people don't have the right to defend themselves and you can argue it out on the show or whatever it is, but it's too much. I don't like it. I just don't like that. Listen, our show was as dark as they come, and it didn't even get to that level.
Right.
So when it starts that, and people are like, "Oh, sue her." This is mob mentality, and it's a gang up, and it's upsetting me, and I don't like it.
It is upsetting. I wonder if poor Eddie, he must just be like, this show is just, he probably actually loved the moments that for those couple years that she wasn't actually on the show. He was probably so relieved, because I feel like he's just over, like, he just wants to be with Tamra and enjoy Tamra. I feel like he doesn't want to deal with any of this bullshit.
They're attacking him. They're saying negative things about his business. When it goes into your business, it just goes too far. And he's a good support system. He's a good man. So I'm just saying, people have to realize everybody's human on the show, regardless of what anybody feels. It's got to die down. Look what's happened to Jersey. Let's all take it down a notch.
Agreed. 1,000%. Learn from us, girls. Everybody just take it for what it's worth. And, and obviously we don't know all of the details.
No. So everybody remember it's a show. Every player on that show, remember it's a show.
Right. Exactly. At the end of the day,
Yes.
that's right. And when you take it off camera, learn from us. It's not a good thing.
We have enough negativity in the world. We have a lot of bad things going on. Let's like focus on the fun shit.
Right. No, I mean, I hear you. And I feel like there are definitely like complexities in these friendships that are never really shown on camera. And everyone needs to, like, sometimes you just need a break because these shows don't always tell the full story. Right. So not getting the full story, even when it comes to her and Shannon and really how complex their friendship is. So
Exactly. I mean, other stuff, listen, there was another undercurrent this weekend, which I couldn't believe because they're filming that other show, the hotel show.
oh my God. Wait. So I was going to ask you that. Did you see that? And what's his name? The guy
Joel Kim Booster.
Yes. So I had no idea, by the way, he was hosting Heartbreak Hotel. I think that's the name of the new show that's coming out, right? Heartbreak Hotel.
Heartbreak Hotel, I think so. Yes.
I think it is, which by the way, I love that song. They really need Whitney Houston anthem. She has a song called Heartbreak Hotel. That's like the best song in the world. Like that should be the anthem if they can get that. If they can get the license for that, go Bravo. But first of all, like, did you see what he said about Shannon? Like, what are your thoughts on this, Margaret?
I was like, clearly something had happened. Listen, you and I, we love
yes.
production. They treat us, they're good people. You can never be mean to the producers or,
No.
they work so hard. They're there for hours all day. They're, hustling for you and everything else. I don't know what has happened or what happened, but clearly something terrible for a host to be so upset.
Yeah, he seemed pissed. Like I almost wanted to be like, all right, what happened? I need to hear this because I mean, eventually I guess we're also going to get her side of this story, right?
Yes.
But he literally wrote, just because you're a pathetic drunk on a reality television show,
I know.
best known for a string of failed relationships and a DUI, does not make you a star and does not give you a license to treat the people you work with like they're subhuman, period. They will make me delete this DM. And if like screenshot it is basically what he's saying.
I
like,
mean, them spiting words. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I was like,
I was in shock when I saw that because first of all, Bravo, I know would never, I'm just like, what is happening? How is this going this far? This is insane.
I've never seen someone get so upset and be so upset with talent before publicly. I mean, behind the scenes, of course, right. I've seen it happen, but to publicly state that about someone.
I'm just sitting there like, okay, what could have been that bad? And by the way, isn't that show supposed to be like it's a dating show. So it's not like they're pushing them for drama, right?
No, not at all. It's supposed to be a fun dating show. I mean, I'm dying to see it. I want to see, I know I'm dying to see what happens because, Luann's on that show too.
Oh my God. She's the most fun. When I went on the Housewives trip with her, she just walks around naked, Margaret, similar to you, by the way. She'll just walk around naked and she's probably getting down and dirty with whatever.
I know. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I mean, this will definitely make people tune in.
Oh, for sure.
I can't wait. But that was like, I mean, listen, it was a very spicy weekend revolving around the OC.
It was. They're definitely like
craziness. But yeah, yes. So I was very excited. I was like, oh, I was like, don't piss him
off. She
off.
hasn't rebutted what he said yet, right? Like there's no response from her yet?
No, which is probably good.
Okay. Yeah.
I think better not to say anything. It went away, whatever it is. And it has to probably just like lay low, die down.
We need the details. We need the other half to really understand like what the hell is going on because
I know. Well, you know what? TBD
on that one. Some say financial crime is victimless, but that definitely is not the case, especially when it ends in murder. You need to check out Money Crimes, a new show hosted by best-selling author and entrepreneur Nicole Lapin. Money Crimes is about the world's biggest financial scandals and how they can spiral out of control in ways you'd never even expect. From cunning Ponzi schemes to cutthroat politics and even murderous con artists, you'll learn that the finance world is more dangerous than you ever imagined. And most importantly, how to protect yourself from it. Money Crimes is a Crime House original powered by Pave Studios. New episodes release every Thursday. Just search for Money Crimes. That's MoneyCrimes. Money Crimes out every Thursday. All right, well, let's talk about you a little bit. I want to get some info on my Marge. My people want to be filled in with what's going. First and foremost, one of the biggest questions I got was, tell us about Joe. I know you just went on Rosanna Scotto. You went on Fox News giving us an update. He's doing well. How's it going?
Thank God. Thank you for everybody asking about little baby Joe. Listen, you know what? It's funny because the show didn't wrap it up, which I thought was weird because, usually they wrap up all our stories at the end of the season, with our little, the little blurb.
We didn't get a wrap up this year. We were like the redheaded stepchild. What is it called?
We didn't get a wrap up. Everyone's like, who gives a shit about these broads? But anyway, Joe does have first stage prostate cancer, which you do know. But they gave him this test called a genomic test, and that shows how fast it grows. And his, thank God, is very slow growing. So they don't treat it. They do something called active surveillance, which is basically they just monitor him to make sure it doesn't change. So his might not change for 10 years, which thank God. So he just gets checked constantly, like every few months. They do an MRI, they do his blood work, everything else. And as long as it doesn't change and go outside the prostate or have any significant changes, they're not going to treat it. If it changes, then he'll have to have treatment. But he's happy with that. He doesn't, because the side effects of the treatment, aren't good. Men don't need like any of those kind of side effects. So he's doing great.
So it's very acute. It's very small living in there. They just are putting a watch on it right now in case something grows is basically what's happening.
Yeah, exactly. Is exactly what's happening, and everybody was very confused about the prostate. No one knows where it is. You got to go up the butt to find it, but it affects the, as you like to say, the pichadel.
Oh yeah. His little pichadillo. I know.
You know what, Joe, he thank God, he's doing great. So that's what makes me happy.
And how is he mentally with it all?
He's fine. He's very tough. Joe's very tough. He minimizes everything. Me, I'm a hypochondriac. I totally freak out about everything. No, but he's very good. And I try to monitor his health. The problem is Joe lives on crumb cake, does not eat healthy. Like your husband works out, does everything. Joe does a lot of physical labor. He happens to be in great shape that way. But he doesn't work out and do all the other stuff. Your husband does physical labor and works out. My husband just, does the physical.
Your Joe rides a motorcycle, isn't that?
He does. He does ride a motorcycle. He's very manly. He's very strong, very capable. I mean, he is 68. He looks great. His hair's still naturally dark, which is shocking.
No, he looks great. He looks so good.
He does look good. He's, very active. So I'm very lucky. I just can't believe, I'm still banging a 68-year-old guy, but that's life.
I love when we start talking about your single days and who you used to bang. You bang some famous band people and stuff.
I know. I can't believe it, when I look back on my life, but it was good. It was exciting, but now, I'm happy. I'm very, I'm very content. I know I was looking at some music videos the other day. I was laying on the sofa watching the music videos of my little band days and, those days. Oh
my God. No, you're better off now. You're nice and content. You're in your gorgeous house over there.
I am so happy. Everything's great. And, my dog, Bella, R.I.P., my favorite, that was my favorite family.
I know, little Bella. I know. And now is it true? The rumor's true. Are we getting a new pup?
We are getting a new puppy. Joe is allergic, so we have to get a hypoallergenic dog. And Bella was a rescue. So we are getting not classic rescue, but are getting a dog, adopted dog that didn't make it in the show ring. She was a show girl that just didn't make it in the show circuit, kind of like myself. I don't have the good legs. I couldn't be a Rockette. So she is not making it in the show ring. So we are going to get a little Yorkie, which I'm very excited about.
That's so exciting. Wait, wasn't Bella a Yorkie as well?
Bella was a Yorkie. We were very blessed. It's funny. We adopted her 7 years ago on the show, but they never showed it, which is very bizarre. And she was like, but we weren't sure how old she was. You saw, she was so cute, so little.
She was cute.
It's funny. I dream about her still when I'm sleeping. I'm like, oh, don't kick the dog. Don't do this. Don't do that. But Joe's friend, this woman, Kathy Santos, runs like an AKC dog training thing. And she has access to, dogs that, need a home or don't make it in the show ring or whatever that, that they aren't keeping. So we are getting this amazing little puppy.
What is it, a boy or a girl?
It's going to be a girl. I'm going to name her Edie.
Wait, what's her name?
Edie, like an old lady.
Oh my God, little Edie and Marge. I like it.
Exactly, little Edie. Edie, like, I don't know, did you watch Grey Gardens? Big Edie and Little Edie. They were VAs. They were related to Jacqueline Kennedy. People will know from if they watch it, Grey Gardens. And it was a mother-daughter duo who were very wealthy. Then they lost all their money, but they lived in this big decaying mansion. And they wore headscarves. So, and I wear a headscarf. So her and I wear matching headscarves. And so it'll be good.
Oh, little Edie. I can't wait to meet little Edie. Yes. How long till we get Edie? How long?
Edie will be coming home this week. So I will.
Oh my God. So exciting.
Yeah, very excited. Someone a little sidekick for me to focus on.
All right. Well, that's good. I'm excited about that.
I'm super, super thrilled. Very, very excited.
All right, good. Well, I'm happy for you. I feel like I like you a little pup running around.
Yeah, the house is very quiet. We have Nino in the house who's actually home with strep throat right now.
Oh, little Nino.
Little Nino's good, but I have no, I always had a dog with me. It's very bizarre. My house is super quiet and it's crazy. It's weird for me. So I need a dog. I mean, like Nico needs a new girlfriend.
Yeah, you know what he does? This dog's so horny. He has his balls still, and you're not supposed to do that.
No,
my dog still has his balls. He's not supposed to have that. We're supposed to neuter him, right?
Yes, I know. He never got neutered, but I know that was probably your husband's idea. He was like, don't cut his balls off.
You know what? I just it went too long and then we were like, forget it. So now he just marks his territory everywhere. We just diaper him. Like I change diapers as if I have a damn baby.
I know. I see him wearing the diapers. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Now let's talk about you. You've been doing your cooking videos.
Oh my God. I know. You know what's so funny? I can't believe how many people love to watch us cook. Like it's just like out of nowhere. We're just like, let's because Joe and I do cook a lot. I always cook for the kids. You do. Yes. And I like it, but I haven't had, I don't have as much time. I tend to cook the most in the fall for some reason. I think it's just fall football season. It's dark at 4:30. I'm literally, Margaret, I'm in my pajamas. If I'm home, makeup is off, pajamas, sweats by 5 o'clock. And the fall is the time in life that I actually enjoy cooking. I
know. And you happen to be a great cook. So that's good. But people are loving the videos. People are telling me they love the TikTok. They're like, you're like a very sexy cook.
Oh, I am? Oh my God. Okay. So I don't feel like I'm being sexy at all, but maybe I should wear like a low cut and like lure them in that way to look at my recipe. Like look at
your recipes and put them out there. And
honestly, Joe and I just have fun with it. We do cook all the time, but there won't be as many videos once the holidays pass. But from now until the holidays, that's all I do. I cook at night. I'm home early. It's football season. We cook every Sunday. And I love that people are loving it. I used to put out cooking videos more often. I know I showed them like my red sauce on Sundays and I don't know. So you never know what you're going to get from the Gorgas. Sometimes I'm into fashion. Sometimes I'll feel like cooking.
I know. I like it. I like the whole thing. Do we have a cookbook maybe in the future?
No, I have no plans for that right now. No.
It's Sexy Sunday Sauce.
Oh my God. Sexy Sunday with the Gorgas. I love it.
Sexy Sunday Sauce.
No, as of now, I have nothing in the works. I mean, you know me, I'm a workaholic. So if something comes a knocking, I can't say I wouldn't do it. But as of now, I do not have anything in the works. I'm doing it for fun. I enjoy it. And I can't believe how many of my own girlfriends, for instance, I just put out the easiest little potato video on Instagram, and how many of my own people were like, damn, we love those potatoes. They were so good. That was so easy. And I'm like, God, do you guys cook? I know.
I happen to like to cook, but I got very lazy. I feel like when I don't have a lot of people around, I'll cook if someone's coming over on a Sunday, but the rest of the week I do a lot of ordering out. And Joe personally loves to go out.
I feel like when it's just Joe and I'll probably cook a lot less. I'll be like, nope, let's go out and order and have a glass of wine. I don't think I'll cook as much at that point.
Not a bad gig.
Tell me about Soiree. What's going on with
Soiree, which I have right here, which I've been drinking coffee just now. Soiree is doing very well. I got to get Antonia. I should make her like pay her. That's what I should be doing. Brand
You don't have
ambassador.
to say Antonia. Send her some soiree and go soiree with her
We
friends.
want to really hit the sorority. Soiree is doing amazingly well because I don't drink alcohol. I'm a fun time without alcohol. And if I did drink, I'd probably be a tramp and a hot mess.
I know, you do amaze me, guys. For anyone who doesn't know this, Marge can hang till the last one there. Like literally, we would go out, we would do press. She would come out with us after. We'd have a drink, we'd have a cocktail. She doesn't have one drink, one cocktail, and she's still so fun. She's on the dance floor. She doesn't ask to go home early. Nothing. You're like the best at that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm a late night girl and I like to stay up late and party. So I created Soiree so everybody could party together. And that was my main focus. And people could use it as a mixer, but I wanted something that tasted good, that, was like elevated, natural, real sugar, only 45 calories. And that people felt comfortable, in their own skin having a canned drink. Cause I was like sick of ordering iced tea, diet soda, all this stuff. But Lexi and I really are doing a lot of events with Soiree. We've gotten a lot of places. We're in some ShopRite Liquors in New Jersey. We're in Gary's. We're in Buy Right. We're online. We're in Texas in hotels. We're working with a lot of places, really going out there with Chicago White Sox Stadium. So we're just branching out, but we're really going to start working with colleges and sororities because we said, listen, at college, there's a heavy focus on drinking and things like that.
God, I was just at Parents Weekend. Yes, there is.
No, I know. And people feel like, I think, it's centered around that. But you could have a good time also without drinking and like wake up feeling fabulous. And, I'm not shaming anybody who drinks, but it gets you into a pattern if you really start when you're young. A few drinks is fine, but it can turn a corner very easily. So Lexi and I really want to focus on the sororities with Soiree, like do a Soiree society. So we're starting to put together an ambassadorship program with all the bigger schools. So that's really what we've been focusing.
That would be amazing. That would be great. And it's a positive reinforcement to have them drink mocktails. And I think that would be awesome. Listen, head over to the University of Delaware, Alpha Phi. We'll be waiting for you.
Yeah. And that's really what we're trying to focus on. And we're just putting up the merch, and all of that stuff. But Lexi and I have been like working like maniacs doing this. And, it's not easy to start a beverage company, and women are not typically in this industry. So it's been a little rough, like, because her and I started this together, self-funded. And, but it's going pretty well. We're really excited about it. And I'm happy to have kind of this downtime in between, the show, so I could hyper focus on this insanity of the business.
Good. Tell my listeners before we talk about RHONJ, we're going to talk about the Jersey Housewives for a minute here, but tell them where they can get Soiree if they want to try it out.
Thank you. They could get it at drinksoiree.com, and that'll list the stores as well. So go on the website, drinksoiree.com, SOIREE.
Guys, you really should try it. It's delicious, and it's an awesome mocktail. It's awesome just over ice as well. If you don't want to,
you could use it as a mixer too. If you want a cocktail, you can make it a cocktail too. You could use it as a mixer.
You could do it the Missy G way, which, guys, I do add vodka to it. But guess what? It's delicious. It's good. I have it all over my house. We have it. I drank it all summer at my shore house.
You were good with the summer. You liked it in the summertime. I know.
Yes. So if you guys have not tried it yet, definitely try it.
Thank you. Yes.
And we love to support a woman duo business or something. Yes, and I love your work ethic and how hard you guys are working over there on it. It's pretty amazing.
Thank you.
Inspiring to a lot of women who, and just in business in general, you're very inspiring that way. So.
No, thank you. And listen, you too. And I love that we have businesses and that we could support each other and do events together. And I think that's really what it's about. It's important to show that.
For sure.
For women to uplift each other. I mean, I think sometimes the negative gets focused on, and there is so much positive that comes out of our show and relationships.
1000%. I always say that. I feel like that, online, I feel like is where the negative gets so highlighted. But lately, I've been being asked to do a lot of these events, and I've been at restaurant openings and a bunch of different things. And the outpouring of kindness and positive comments and positivity that we do actually put into people's lives, I think goes unrecognized until I meet all of these people in person and hearing their comments and how the little things that they hang on that we've said and that we've done and what they look forward to and how we've helped them in life and inspire them is really so amazing. And I've been hearing
and that
so
have
much
they
of it.
seen how you've grown like over the years, and and how you've developed into this like strong businesswoman, and that's inspiring, like from a young mom, because there's a lot of young moms that watch it whose kids have grown up and they've watched your kids grow up and all that stuff. And
Right.
like people who've seen me, like I left my husband, and like other women have written to me and just like, how did you do it? It's so hard, or this happened. It's like, it's very interesting.
For sure. I feel like that's a lot of what it's about. It's a lot of, showing the fun, but it's also being relatable to people and to their lives, and being able for them to be like, wow, you know what? She's going through something that I'm going through, and like resonating with that. And I think that's why our show, the Jersey Show in particular, if there is a show, was so loved, right? And so received so well. On Display with Melissa Gorga is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Let's face it, sometimes multitasking can be overwhelming. Like when your favorite podcast is playing and the person next to you is talking and your car fan is blasting, all while you're trying to find the perfect parking spot. But then again, sometimes multitasking is easy, like quoting with Progressive Insurance. They do the hard work of comparing rates so you can find a great rate that works for you, even if it's not with them. Give their easy-to-use comparison tool a try, and you might just find getting the rate and coverage you deserve is super easy. All you need to do is visit Progressive's website to get a quote with all the coverages you want, like comprehensive and collision coverage or personal injury protection. Then you'll see Progressive's direct rate, and their tool will provide options from other companies all lined up, ready to compare, so it's simple to choose the rate and coverage that you like. Press play on comparing auto rates. Quote at Progressive.com and join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. So let's just talk about the show for a minute.
Yes, of course.
So many rumors flying around. You and I both know there are no answers yet, right? We can confirm to the people. Like, there's no answers.
Yeah, no, people are saying this happened. That we know absolutely nothing. We don't know when we're going back to filming. We're just on a break. We're on a much needed break. We don't know anybody who's coming back. We don't know what's happening. We're not bringing psychics on the show to tell us what's happening. Not psychics that look like, a sideshow freak, at least. And
Jesus, see, this is why she's such a good housewife.
No,
guys.
I had to say that. I mean, that was funny. Someone sent me that because I'm blocked usually, but that was kind of funny.
It's just like the most ridiculous. It's like beating a dead horse. I think we all need to just sit back, see what happens. And when it does happen, we all need to accept whatever it is, right? Like we need to accept what comes at us.
Exactly. Whatever happened is what's meant to be.
For sure.
And I think we're fine with it.
If you had to guess, because I did ask for questions for you today, so I have a bunch of questions to ask you. By the way, a lot of the questions were about your husband, so you already answered that. A lot of people wanted to know how Joe was doing. If you had to guess what you think is going to happen, obviously this is just your guess, what do you think might end up happening?
I don't, Melissa, it's hard when everyone asks me, what do I really think in my heart of hearts? One day I think they might just be like, we're sick of all these broads in general. Let's just get all new people. But I think that, people are invested in us and invested in our lives. I don't know, we still had good ratings. I change my mind every day.
I know. Well, to be honest, now looking at our ratings, wow, they were pretty amazing because I'm looking at, you could see like all of the ratings because it's always online for each of the shows and all of the housewife shows. And I'm like, wow, we were killing it. We were doing a really good job.
Exactly. I just really, I don't know. I don't wish bad on anybody, even the people I can't stomach. I don't want something bad to happen to them. I really don't. I don't want to see anybody lose money. No. As much as I can't tolerate and want to be around them, I don't want anything bad to happen. I don't want to see the demise of them. I don't want to see them anymore, but I don't want to see the demise of them.
I agree. And I think waiting around for any demise is so 2010. Like the world has changed. Nobody exactly. wants to see the demises anymore. We don't care about that. Like I know I want to watch like just like we want to feel good TV right now.
I want feel good TV. I mean, I'll tell you what I've been down the rabbit hole about. P. Diddy.
Oh God, I can't because I'm definitely one of those who was obviously a fan for so many years, like so many other people were that didn't know all of this was
Well,
going
I
on
mean,
or
you're not going to
happening.
be indicted in a freak off. I mean, I don't think you were there.
No, I mean, I have a photo with P. Diddy. I did meet him at a party, and I remember telling this story to Andy Cohen on Watch What Happens Live. It was my first season of Housewives, and I was at a party that he was at, and he just walked right up to me, and he said, like, "Oh, I'm watching you. You're doing amazing. Thank you, Jesus." That's what he said to me. I
Oh
was like,
my God. Well,
and I'm
thank
like,
God he didn't
wow.
slip something in your drink.
Now I think about it, I'm like, he didn't try anything funny with me. Like, I don't even think Joe was at the party. Honestly, I don't even know if Joe was there or not. I forget who I was with, but, crazy what I'm hearing and seeing. And then when I watch I
I mean,
cannot.
I go down the rabbit hole. I am like
It's
obsessed.
so easy because once you go down the rabbit hole with P. Diddy on TikTok, that's all your algorithm is. It's just nothing but P. Diddy right now for me on my algorithm. And it's like the interviews that he did are hitting me differently now. So
Of
they
course.
just, oh my God, he was just with Wendy Williams and like they showed an old interview there. They showed an interview with this and the Justin Bieber and this. I was like,
Yeah, that upsets me. I hope, it doesn't come out that he did sexually inappropriate things to when these artists were young. And I just, that's going to upset. That's
oh
going to be.
my God. Oh my God. Like, I just feel like Margaret, it's just the beginning.
I know. And who I love? 50 Cent. 50 Cent is like right in there wanting this P. Diddy to go down. I mean, I adore him. And I just think it's like this whole thing.
Yeah, 50 Cent has been very vocal and he's been calling him out. And isn't he the one isn't he making a Netflix special?
Yes. And good. You know what? This is so crazy. But I mean, literally, this has been occupying my thoughts.
Wow. You can't get away from it because it's on everywhere you go, everything I do.
I mean, the baby oil. Where would you store all that baby oil?
I still want to know what was it. Was there some type of explanation about the baby oil? What was it for?
Oh yeah. He said he bought in bulk at Costco.
But why does anyone need 1,000 bottles of it?
He likes baby soft skin. I don't know. I mean, I was crying. I was laughing so hard. I was like, yeah, that's a classic. That's a classic.
It's actually, like it's sad and scary and freakish. And if any, like,
people are so sick. I mean, we don't realize how sick people really are.
It really scares you because for so long, like if someone that high profile could have done all of this for so many years, and like, what kind of power is that it took this long for that to come out? Wow.
I know. He silenced people, threatened people, had them on video. That's how crazy it is. It's really, really.
And if I'm him and he has beautiful children that are in great colleges and all of these things, and it's kind of like, look what you're going to do now for the rest of your life. Like,
I know
that. Oh my God. I don't know. But anyway, I need to get back to a couple more questions that
of course.
Listeners had for you. Do you have any regrets about this last season? Would you have done anything differently?
No. This last season, no. I feel like everything came out right for me. I feel like, no, I'm very happy the way I was. I feel like I came out on top. I feel like, the gods, blessed me a week before that final episode that I found out when I called, the ex's attorney, whatever her name. I called the ex's attorney and the ex, and I found out about Jackie going over there. That was like a gift. I found out a week before, I feel like everything turned out right. I was vindicated.
For sure. I feel like you were vindicated in many ways, proving that it was not you and it was actually.
No, not me from 2021. Did I speak to her after that? Yes, of course. But not like when they were accusing me and all this other nonsense. When the Warrior video came out, all this stuff, that I had no fucking idea what was going on then.
Right. And I think that totally has, at least you got, that was completely cleared for sure.
I mean, people are trying to say, oh, but you were subpoenaed then, this, that. Yeah. It was like not a judge's subpoena. I was asked to be a witness. And I was like, for what? I didn't even know who they were. And It's so crazy.
So a lot of the questions were also, have you spoken to Jackie? And if she reached out, would you speak to her?
Have not spoken to her, and I would not speak to her.
But you're done with that relationship.
I'm done with that relationship. I don't wish her any ill. She showed me who she is. Clearly, She obviously never felt a certain way, the way I felt about her. I really loved her. I did champion her, regardless of what she thinks. I had her back.
I've watched you have her back from, and listen, I still, and I still haven't even said much when it comes to Jackie. I don't know why she always had like I always had a soft spot for her, and I loved.
She defended you. She stuck up for you and for all of us. But the truth is, behind our backs, she did a lot of things that we found out about, and I think that's indicative of her character.
And it was a lot of things that we didn't even know
We
didn't even know what was going on,
I found out a week before, that, final, our final sit down at Rails. And I was very, very taken aback by that. I was in shock, and it's sad. It's sad that I found out who she is.
I think it is sad how it went down, because obviously I had a firsthand look on your friendship with her. And, I've said before that you used to remind me sometimes, make sure to call Jackie, make sure you invite Jackie. You were always keeping her at the top of your list. Honestly, you really were. So that's why when it all went down, I was even in shock. But okay, so you answered the question. A lot of people wanted to know if you've spoken to her, how you feel about her.
That ship has sailed. When you show me who you are, that's it. And she was not who I thought she was.
What if you were asked to come back on the show with, some cast members that you have vocally said you do not want to film with anymore or do not want to be with anymore?
No, I just wouldn't. No,
it would be time to like try new things.
Listen, I just have to, protect my my family, and I cannot put myself in that position. And I think it would be dangerous for myself and my family.
Do you have a plan for if you don't come back? Like, what would be your next move? If they reboot this whole show and none of us come back and this is just a rebooted thing, do you have any plans? Like, what are you thinking? What would be next for you?
I think, listen, I'm hyper focusing on Soiree like I always am. I have my licenses, you know what I'm saying, which I have to, which I did neglect a teeny tiny bit because, the show is consuming, right? It is consuming. And sometimes you can't focus on everything you're supposed to do. But I'm blessed that I have a life that my business is. I focus on blowing up Soiree. Maybe I'd go back to doing a lot of my lifestyle expert stuff. I always did that on TV before that. I'd focus on interiors heavily because I love to do that. I love to focus on interiors, and that's what I would really be doing.
Right. I mean, listen, I feel like there could still be a lot of show left. I feel like they can recast and still make a great show, but there's also another part that makes me feel like, listen, we've been, there's a long time, lot of years that we've been doing this. And sometimes it is good to like elevate and try new things and go in other ways.
I feel like, I feel like I have a lot of life ahead of me. I've reinvented myself so many times, but I think I'd probably focus on, doing other things that I love that I've neglected a little bit. And that's it. It's like one chapter, one door closed, another chapter opens, another door opens. And I think, then that would be meant to be. If the show ended, that would be meant to be.
For sure. All right. And the last question I got was about plastic surgery. People are like, tell us exactly what Marge has gotten done. Ask her. And I'm like, I actually don't really know the answer to this.
Oh, okay. Since I've been on the show, well, I'm going to tell you what I got before I was on the show.
Oh, yeah. I want to know it all. I want to be like Andy right now, crying about your lip fillers and shit.
I haven't had any lip fillers. Is that not funny? And people are like, your lips. And I was like, no, sorry. No, I never do my lips.
Oh, that's good. Those are good.
I've done my lips years ago. I never have done my lips in years and years and years. And I'm saying the time bit. So before I got on the show, when I started doing lifestyle expert stuff, this is very funny. My agent, Amy Rosenblum, goes, your forehead's so wrinkled. You got to get your eyes done, whatever it is. I said, okay. I went to a doctor in the city, Dr. Thomas Romo, because Joe did his medical installation. I was 44 years old. So that's 13 years ago because I'm 57. And I said, I need my eyes done. He goes, you don't need your eyes done. You got to raise the curtain rod before you hem the curtains. You need a brow lift. I said, okay. At Lenox Hill, I went in for a brow lift then. And they drilling your head. That's what Tamra just had. And I had a brow lift and my upper lids done when I was 44. I didn't need Botox for like 7 years.
Wow, because it just totally, which I kind of like that, honestly, instead of injecting it into your body, all of these chemicals, you're better off just nipping and tucking is what I
Yeah.
think.
So I got the brow lift immediately, and my eyes done, and then I got on the show and I wasn't in my best state. I was like a chubby, I was going through a bad time when I got on the show. I had a bad lawsuit. I this, I that, menopausal, perimenopausal. Remember, I was always bleeding. I always had my period when I first got on the show. Remember, I was always hemorrhaging, bleeding out of my leggings. So
Now,
the little
always bleeding.
I was always bleeding, like on the show. I was like, tampon blowout. So,
Oh my
as a
God.
little, I was so crazy. And I got on the show. I don't even know how I went on the show like that. I was a little baby pork chop. But anyway, I got on the show. Then once I got on the show, I did a full facelift. And Dr. Cadillac was like, you got to do your eyes again. So I did my eyes again, but that was like, I think it's 4 years ago, right?
So when you do your eyes, that means you do like the eyelid on top.
Yes, the eyelid. I never had bad bags underneath, but he pinched the skin.
They
underneath.
pinch the skin under.
He
Okay.
did do a skin pinch. I didn't have bags like Joe. So then I did a full facelift. That's your neck, the eyes again. I didn't never have.
How old were you when you did that? The full facelift?
50. If I'm 50, like 53. Was I 53? Yeah, 53. And then I did my teeth. Oh, I did my teeth.
Right. Well, does that count?
And then I did never a tummy tuck or anything like that. I did a boob reduction and a lift.
Okay. And your boobies look so good.
They look really good. They're nice and small. They're very perky. I
love your boobies. But first of all, I have a photo, guys, in my phone of Margaret's boobies before she did them, because they were huge. They were huge.
Nipples were like cheeseburgers.
And they were not as perky. So if you want to laugh, she was giggling in the photo. We were on some trip filming for the Housewives, and they probably put us in the same room or something. I forget where we were. But she was holding them in her hands, like lifting them up and holding them in her hands. And I took a photo of her, and it's still in my phone. So you want to hear the funniest thing? You know how your phone, when it's someone's birthday or whatever, and you swipe up on their face, and it like will make you a whole little reel or whatever, a little video for the person's birthday.
Okay, you sent
it put that friggin' photo inside and made a whole video. And I'm watching, I'm going, oh, this is so sweet. And then boom, comes your tits popping right on the camera.
It's so hysterical.
I sent it to Margaret. I was like, happy birthday.
I know, that was so funny. It came in there. No, but I'm telling you, that was one of my favorite surgeries I did, was my boobs, because it made me feel so much thinner. And of course, I've been on the semaglutide, the compounding version of an Ozempic, which I lost 23 pounds. And I'm telling you, I was the innovator. I was the first one on it on our show.
You look like you lost more than that. Has it only been 23 pounds?
23 pounds, yeah, total. I weigh like,
it's amazing what 20 pounds will do. You look, to me, you look slim. Like you look taller too. It's crazy, right? You feel like your legs look longer.
Yeah. And when I went to the doctor, it wasn't even called Ozempic yet. It was called like peptides. And I went in the city to Advitam, you know what it was? And he was like, Marge, you got to drop like 20 pounds. I was like, I can't drop 20 pounds. Like, I'll drop 10. He's like, no, you could get back into the 120s. I was like, what? No way. And I did.
And that's where you are right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you look fantastic. The other comments I got were like, just tell her she looks fantastic.
Oh, that was so sweet. Thank you.
Fantastic. And of course, I got 1,000 things saying, you two are my favorite. You both better come back.
We're a good duo, me and you.
You know. It's like the angel and the devil. No.
What'd you say?
It's like the angel and the devil.
I know, you're the angel and the devil.
No, I'm not really the angel. I just, No, but we do make a good team. I think we like to have a lot of fun. We work together. I like how you laugh at me. It's funny. Rachel Fuda said to me the other day, she was like, Melissa, I feel like this season people don't realize how funny you are. And sometimes I even forget that I'm funny,
You're hysterical. Like, you know what? You're a good time and you're a party girl and you love to have a good time. You're not negative. You're never a Debbie Downer. Never.
No, not who I am.
You are not a negative Nancy at all. You never suck the life out of a room, which I love. And you're not neurotic like that. You know what I mean? And that's what I love.
No, I'm pretty chill. You
are. You're funny. And I love it.
Anyway, Marge, I love you so much. I'm so happy. Yes, I'm so happy we caught up today. 2 weeks is way too long for not seeing you.
I know, but I'm going to see you next week, but I'll talk to you later. Thank you for having me.
Of course, we all love you, and I will see you soon. Everyone, make sure you check out her mocktails at drinksoiree.com. Did I say it wrong? Soiree.
Soiree, like a party. Soiree. Drink soiree.
Drinksoiree.com.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Love you. Ciao, guys.
Bye.
Hey girlies, I'm Cody Rigsby.
And I'm Andrew Chappelle.
We're here to announce our brand new podcast, Tactful Pettiness.
Now on PodcastOne.
We have a lot of opinions. Flip-flops in New York City? You don't love yourself.
If I'm not seated, I'm not tipping.
Do I want to see a picture of your baby?
No. If I have to scroll more than 10 seconds, he's not cute.
Settling gets you an ugly boyfriend. So we're going to help you out.
We sure are, because we have the life expertise.
We have mastered throwing shade with intention.
We are in the business of helping you find and keep your man.
And we're here to teach you the fine art of tactful pettiness.
Join us each week as we traverse the world of pop culture,
chat with our celebrity friends,
and show you how to accept yourself without taking life too seriously.
Get new episodes of Tactful Pettiness with me, Cody Rigsby.
And me, Andrew Chappelle.
Every Thursday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and anywhere you get your podcasts. Stay petty, bestie.
Pluto TV is a place for movie fans like me.
And TV fans like me.
They've got something for everyone, and it's free.
I love free, and I love Jersey Shore.
For me, it's The Godfather.
SpongeBob SquarePants, I am Patrick. Patrick is me.
Oh, Forrest Gump, come on.
Criminal Minds, solving crime after bedtime.
Whatever you love to watch, Pluto TV makes it easy with thousands of free movies and shows.
Pluto TV, stream now, pay never.